Hello everyone. So today we're going to see how we can define a new sequence to, automatically name documents or new entries with a sequence that you are going to define in a file directly. So just for this setup, we're going to use this on the name field here. So for this, I've just set it to read only and added the default value. Read only just so that I know that it won't be manually edited. And now I define the slash as default symbol. And this means that in my create method, I can just use it to trigger the call of the sequencing. And actually the sequence model in Odoo has methods such as next bytecode, which calls for the next sequence number to be generated. The sequence data is actually defined in the data folder in your Odoo module. So as you can see in here, I've already created one here. Just so you can see everything you can define for the sequence. Most useful here obviously is the prefix, which can be dynamic. So for instance here we're using the year number, but this is going to be the same for hours and such. So I'm going to show you all the prefixes you can use. The padding is just for the amount of characters that's going to be reserved for the sequence, for the actual numbers. Number increments is going to define by how much it increments. So here it's always going to be incremented by 1, which makes sense. And number next defines from what point it starts. So first one was 1, and then it goes on. So here is how it works in the interface. So this one was the first one that I created. So it started with the same pattern that we defined in the sequence. So it has the inv slash, then the dynamic here, and then the 4 characters, with the first one being 1, obviously. And as soon as we make a new one, so we're going to satisfy the requirement, which is just adding 1 field. And as soon as I save, because I left it to the expected value, it's going to call the sequence and generate a new number, and starting from the previous stored one. So now it incremented to 2. So this shows that our sequence works. Just to show you, this was done with the code, but you can access this kind of infos in the interface as well in Odoo. So if you just look for sequence, you get to this, and this is the one that we defined. So this was the decorated demo invoice, and you can see all the data that we defined in the file can be found here as well. So this means that you could have done this without the code, but sometimes it's safer to put this in your custom module if you need to make sure that it's going to be ported when you push it to the production branch and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, but hopefully that's going to help you in your developments. And yeah, take care and see you for the next time.